so sure. I mean, he can go buy MSNBC, and you know what? He should, because it would be great, right? It would be great. He's talking about it. You saw the tweets, of course. One of the tweets was, hey, Elon Musk, I have the funniest idea ever. It came from Don Jr. And then he wrote back, how much is it? And that was very reminiscent of the tweet he sent out a few years back saying, hey, how much is it, when he was talking about buying Twitter? So everybody's speculating now, could he do it? And you know what? The short answer is yeah, he absolutely could. And you know what else I'll say? He could do both. He could actually buy all the cable assets of Comcast, try to refigure and reconfigure those assets to get them to money-making propositions. I know that the internet loves it. Check this out. This is one meme. Elon Musk carrying out the computers out of MSNBC. And then another one saying, hey, we could rename it to XNBC. And then, of course, there would be this little beauty, because he didn't have the opportunity to maybe go out and fire Rachel Maddow, Mika, Joe, etc.
We could all be fired a year from now whenever this happens. You never know what's going to happen.
No, you never know. You never know what's going to happen. They were all flipping out back in the day when he bought Twitter. But think about what that meant for our election. I will say this. He puts his money where his mouth is. He has these big ideas. I mean, grand ideas. He was talking about EVs long before anybody was interested in EVs. In fact, now they'll all tell you, oh, go get an electric vehicle. And this was sort of his baby, Tesla, obviously, and yet he never gets any credit for it, right? Because, well, he's at odds with this administration. But we wouldn't have all those EVs if it weren't for Elon Musk. Regardless of what you think about EVs, you got to give him some credit where credit's due. Then we wouldn't have rockets going to the moon the way they are, or looking to colonize Mars, if it weren't for Elon Musk. So Elon's got big ideas, and one of the big ideas is to actually give more power to the people, because he wants people to have real free speech, a real First Amendment. Here he is talking about this issue.
If civilization doesn't grow, then nothing else matters. Profits don't matter if civilization collapses. There's no profits. There's no, we cannot exist absent civilization. So sometimes people may say, like, well, is this an altruistic thing? I mean, I think for me, it feels altruistic, but even if one is not altruistic, even if one is very self-centered, you have to say, if you simply think long-term, you have to be pro-civilization, because you cannot exist without civilization. Okay?
How important, from 0 to 10 in the scale, from 0 to 10 money? You are the richest person in the world. How is important money for you, from 0 to 10?
Yeah, I mean, it is kind of an altruistic act in that sense, if you really think about it. Spending all that money on Twitter, and Twitter being such a lively place where we can exchange ideas and information, and here being a lively place where we can exchange ideas and information. Quick shout out to one of our wonderful sponsors who makes all this happen and lets us exchange all these ideas and information. I just want to tell you all, I've been taking Balance of Nature for a while. I mean, like, we're going on a year now. I take my fruits and veggies. I get my vitamin D. Finally, my doctor's like, we've got some vitamin D levels that look attractive. So this is thanks to Balance of Nature. You can get 50% off right now with code word Trish, along with free shipping. I encourage you to do this. Balanceofnature.com is their website. You can use code Trish. Call them at 1-800-246-8751. 1-800-246-8751. Use my name. And the show gets a little bit of credit, so it's wonderful. It's wonderful for us here on the program. If you do this, it's wonderful for you. I can tell you they've been really wonderful for me, and I am healthy thanks to all that Balance in Nature. Another quick shout out to another great sponsor we have with us today, American Heart for Gold, up to $15,000. For friends of the show, just use code word Trish, 65532. Again, up to $15,000 with code word Trish, 1-844-495-1115. Obviously, everything going on in the markets right now, everything going on where there's all this perception of angst and concern. That's one reason to like gold. Another reason to like gold is, of course, because of the money printing. And the third reason I would say to like gold is because a lot of countries all over the world are trying to diversify their assets away from U.S. treasuries. And gold is where they tend to go. I guess gold, and sometimes a little bit, increasingly so, Bitcoin. We can talk about that another day. But again, up to $15,000 in free silver with American Heart for Gold. Just go to trishlovesgold.com.